49ers Cal High Sports is presented by U.S. Bank. Life keeps moving. We're here for every step. U.S. Bank member, FDIC.
This week on 49ers Cal High Sports presented by U.S. Bank. Great spring break games and big league games this week. We'll see Willow Glen battle Leigh. Livermore takes on Dublin, and Alhambra hosts Clayton Valley.
We have thrilling softball action with Mitty and St. Francis. Burlingame gets its 6 going against Menlo-Atherton, and the story of how one baseball player is handling the stigma attached to alopecia. It's all next on 49ers Cal High Sports presented by U.S. Bank.
Hello everyone, welcome to 49ers Cal High Sports presented by U.S. Bank. I'm Robert Brownstein.
And I am Aubrey Tolliver. We start this week in the Mount Hamilton division, where the Leigh Longhorns come into the week undefeated in league at 4-0, 12-2 overall. The Longhorns led by senior first baseman Marcus Glanville and his .600 batting average.
The Longhorns playing a home-and-home series with Willow Glen this week. The Rams hoping to use this series to vault into the playoff hunt. The Rams with speedster Caden Pan hitting .429 with 16 stolen bases. The Rams hosting the Longhorns in Game 1 of the series this week. Here come the Willow Glen Rams as they take on league rival Leigh. The Longhorns on the board first in the first. Runners at the corners for Noah Miller, who sends a blast down the line and left, one hop to the fence. Dylan Christian scores 1-0 Leigh. Later in the first, Lance Takamura at third as Justin Jong does his job lifting a fly ball to center. Takamura races home 2-0 Leigh after 1. Top second now, Marcus Glanville at third as Dylan Christian does his job, sending a grounder up the middle, scoring Glanville. It's 3-0 Leigh. Same score in the fourth as Glanville, the Longhorn starting pitcher, sends it deep to center field, but racing back to make a fine catch is the Rams sophomore Ben Mudgett. More Rams defense here with the Leigh runner at first. We go Josh Kaminsky to Caden Pan over to Haas Perry with a nice scoop. That is called a double play. Top six now still 3-0 with the Longhorns add on as Glanville continues his big day. That's a single scoring Mike Moganam. It's 4-0 Longhorns. Later in the sixth, Aiden Phillips sends it to second. The runner coming from third is Cooper Lowe. He is safe. It's 5-0. But the Rams battle back in the bottom of the sixth. Haas Perry sends it down the line and right, and it's just fair. The ball gets away, and Haas is rumbling, bumbling, stumbling, and that's a triple for Perry. The Rams score on this Ray Walsh single to left to make it 5-1. Willow Glen gets another run on this Ryder Frost rocket down the left field line. Scoring is Walsh, and it's 5-2. But Leigh extends its lead in the seventh inning. Glanville shoots it to the right side, and this one is nothing but trouble. When the throw gets away, Jong scores, and the Longhorns go on to win it 6-3. Glanville very strong on the mound as Leigh stays undefeated in league at 5-0.
Senior day for the Oakland Tech Bulldogs, taking on the Skyline Titans at Ricky Henderson Field. Top of the third, Skyline's Elias Hartog grounds it to shortstop, and with a runner on third base, Hartog reaches first, allowing Noah Penson to score. Skyline with a 1-0 lead. 2 outs in the inning, catcher Gustavo Locker fires to second. Diego Delgado lays down the tag and catches a runner, stealing to keep it a 1-run inning. Bottom of the inning, Tech with a runner on second for Jordan Smith, who wraps a base hit to left field. That one will be extras as Giassi Rapier comes in to score. Smith ties the game at 1. 2 batters later, Elijah Rucker hits a deep fly ball to center field, and it soars over the batter's eye. A 2-out, 2-run home run for Rucker, and it puts the Bulldogs up 3-1. Meanwhile, Rucker shutting it down on the mound, giving up just that one unearned run. One of his 5 Ks ends the top of the fifth. Bottom half now. The Bulldogs pile it on. Rashid Pittman with a runner on first demolishes a pitch the opposite way. Decker Desmond makes a great play on it. Donovan Granger to third, a double for Pittman. Rapier with 2 in scoring position lays down the bunt, and Granger is safe by a mile. It goes in the books as an RBI base knock. 4-1 Tech after 4. And Tech continues its scoring in the fifth when Kalen Thomas shoots a base hit through the right side, scoring Rucker. Tech puts up 3 in the inning to lead 7-1. Skyline looking to get some of those runs back, but Rapier robs the batter of a base hit with an incredible diving catch, and Tech goes on to win it 7-2. A big game on both sides for Elijah Rucker.
Off to Atherton now as Notre Dame Belmont takes on Menlo-Atherton Tuesday afternoon. The Bears on the board first in the first as the throw to first gets away. That allows Juliana Pandolfo to come in and score, and it's 1-0 Menlo-Atherton after 1. But the Tigers answer back in the second. Eliana Crispin grounds one up the middle for a base hit. Claire Kimball and Stella Hurd both score, and it's 2-1 Notre Dame Belmont after 2. Top 3 now when Allison Louie laces one to center field. That will go all the way to the fence for a double as Juliet Ramirez scores. 3-1 Tigers. Caroline Zarella adds on with a blooper to left field for a base hit. Allison Louie comes in to score, and it's 4-1 Tigers. Then with the bases loaded, Haley Trong crushes one deep to left field. That will fall in for extra bases as Zarella, Emma Hogan, and Eliana Crispin all score, and it's 7-1 Tigers after 3. Allison Louie was lights out in the circle for Notre Dame Belmont. Allison getting one of her 17 strikeouts on the game here. The Tigers on the board again in the 5th as Haley Trong launches one deep to center field for another double. Emma Hogan scores as Notre Dame Belmont wins big to go to 13-3-1 in the season, 6-0 in the Peninsula Ocean League.
Tyler Flipson here with an East Bay Mountain Division battle. The Monte Vista Mustangs on the road at San Ramon Valley. The Wolves finding the back of the net early and often. Here Jessica Sprague across her body and in. Just 6 minutes left to play in the first. Graciela Kerr finds Skylar Stratmore crossing and scores. It's 2-0 Wolves. Final minutes of the first. One SRV goal later. Ava Horrocks distributes to Taylor Petrovsky and to tack another on. SRV would go into the half with a 10-1 lead. Early third quarter, MV manages to get one back. Karina Greet racing in and scores. It's 12-2 Wolves. Start of the fourth now. Monte Vista gets another. Marissa Knight well across her body with the fadeaway-like shot and in for her second of the night. The Wolves continue to pour it on into the final seconds of the fourth. Elizabeth Kerr finds her lane and takes it just before the buzzer. SRV remains dominant in their league, all alone at first, staying perfect at 4-0.
Each week, the Rikus Center brings us the Gary Rikus Players of the Week Award.
Remember to vote for the Player of the Week on our YouTube membership page. The Players of the Week are featured in a rap performed by our friends at the Rikus Center. Here are this week's Gary Rikus Players of the Week.
Rikus Center, 49ers style high sports, Bennett Roth. These are your Gary Rikus Players of the Week. Sentinel Jets Jr. pitcher Kyle Cook on the mound fooling batters with a maniacal hook. Against Piedmont, he showed the presence of an ace and carried his team like they were in a pennant race. Struck out 5, setting them back to the dugout and went the distance, tossing a 3-hit shutout. Kyle was money like a one-time fee, lowering his ERA to 1.93. Livermore Jr., Casey Norton, quick to control the yard like a hasty warrior. She brought the Cowboys to a state of euphoria in the biggest softball tournament in Northern California. Casey went 5 innings, struck out 6, allowing only 2 runs, scattering 5 hits to earn the team's first win. The Livermore Stampede, an 8-4 victory over Alameda. Oh yeah, Rikus Center, 49ers Cal High Sports, Bennett Roth, you Gary Rikus Players of the Week.
Presentation High School, San Jose's all-girls high school, presents the Female Scholar Athlete Award each week. This week's Presentation High's Female Scholar Athlete is Reese Steiner from the Cal softball team. Reese sporting a 3.83 GPA.
At Presentation High School, transfer students are welcomed with open arms and given the opportunity to make a fresh start in a community where they truly belong. As a small by design school, Presentation ensures every student is individually known for and supported by our dedicated faculty and staff, empowering them to thrive academically and grow into the fullest version of themselves. Whether your student is looking for a new beginning, a deeper sense of belonging, Prez is where they can discover their passions, build meaningful connections, and confidently step into who they are meant to be. Our friendly students go above and beyond to make transfers feel right at home. Learn more about our transfer program at presentationhs.org.
The San Francisco Giants present the Coach of the Week award every week.
This week's Coach of the Week is Matt Keplinger from Sarah. The Padres with 2 big West Catholic League wins last week. Matt Keplinger, this week's San Francisco Giants Coach of the Week. Coming up, it's the Chick-fil-A sportsmanship game with St. Francis battling league rival Mitty.
And exciting Peninsula League softball with San Mateo meeting Hillsdale as 49ers Cal High Sports presented by U.S. Bank rolls along.
At U.S. Bank, we know how good it feels to reach your milestones, but we also know what really goes into getting you there. That's why we introduced Co-Browse, which connects you to a real banker in real time to help you do anything from adding a new debit card, learning how to save smarter, even creating spending limits.
Mind if I just grab the one?
With Co-Browse, we're always there for you, on your road to here. Because there's nothing as powerful as the power of us.
I think our air conditioner is broken.
I'll get my tools.
Does your family suffer from fixititis syndrome?
Honey, is it working?
Relief is just a call away. Service Champions has been proven to effectively combat the symptoms of fixititis syndrome. Side effects may include delusions of grandeur and a comfortable home. Service Champions is now offering $58 air conditioning tune-ups. Call 800-5-CHAMPS.
Man, this is a good-looking shirt.
Come celebrate Brandon Crawford on Saturday, April 26th, as fans receive a Crawford t-shirt, presented by Super Duper Burgers. Giants baseball, nothing like it.
Welcome back to the NBC Sports Studio here at Levi's Stadium. To the West Catholic League we go, where two of the top three teams meet this week.
That's right. St. Francis won the Livermore Stampede last week. The Lancers riding that momentum into league play this week, taking on Mitty. It's this week's Chick-fil-A sportsmanship game, and our Jake Vanderbrook was there.
Hey, it's always a thrilling showdown when Mitty and St. Francis go head-to-head, and this time it's no different. Mitty is hungry for its first win over St. Francis since 2023, a team that featured none other than Corey Hicks, who's now at Oklahoma. Stepping into the spotlight now is her younger sister, Riley Hicks. Just a freshman, Riley is already turning heads for the Monarchs, hitting .421 with 16 knocks, and for the defending CCS Open Division champs, there's a lot of talent on this St. Francis roster, which features Jamie Oakland. She's committed to Nebraska, and the junior has a .673 batting average with 37 knocks.
A boost of energy for those Monarchs as we get ready for our Chick-fil-A sportsmanship game. Maya Yumiba leads off with a poke out the left for the Lancers. That's the first knock of the game. A few Bears later let Ava Belanti do her thing. The Stanford commit finds the grass for an RBI single. 1-0 Lancers. Ava Belanti had a strong outing in the circle, going 5 innings, and the senior gets 3 of her 8 strikeouts in the second inning. Still 1-0 in the bottom of the fourth. Danny Contreras shoots one out to left for a base hit to get a runner in scoring position. Then Riley Hicks gets in on the action, fighting off a tough pitch and manages to get a base hit out of it. The throw home, not in time as Addison Quest scores, all tied at 1. Top 6, runner on second for Peyton Sow, and Peyton obliterates this ball out the dead center. This ball continues to run away from the outfielder. It's an inside the park home run for Peyton. It's 3-1 Lancers. Kylie May still had a strong outing for the Monarchs. 8 strikeouts for the BYU commit, 3 of them coming from the 7th, striking out the side. Belanti went 5 innings, and Mercedes Kohler would record the save with 2 innings of work. The freshman gets 2 of her 3 strikeouts in the 7th, including this to end the game, as St. Francis picks up a huge road win, beating Mitty 3-1.
That at bat had a 2-0 count, so I was just thinking of something I can drive. And yeah, I just unleashed and hit the ball really far, and I knew I had to run really hard as fast as I can.
In San Jose with the Chick-fil-A sportsmanship game, I'm Jake Vanderbrook, 49ers Cal High Sports.
Hillsdale and San Mateo battling in a Peninsula Bay League showdown Thursday afternoon. The Bearcats with a runner on third in the first inning. Demi Alfonso chops it to second. Second baseman Sophia Shelton makes a great play, but Alice Hahn scores on the fielder's choice to make it 1-0 San Mateo. The Knights get that run right back. Taylor O'Mahony grounds it to third, but the throw to second is high and it goes into right field. Mia DeMartini scores all the way from first on the error, and that ties the game at 1. Hillsdale would take the lead in the second inning. DeMartini at the plate rips a ball over the left fielder's head. Those far fences allows DeMartini to have 3 bags as Paige Venezia scores 2-1 Hillsdale. Bottom of the third, still a 1-run game when Destiny Zhao makes a sliding catch in left field. What a play from the freshman. But Hillsdale starting pitcher Maddie Pena with a strong start in the circle for the Knights. One of her 5 strikeouts ends the top of the 4th. 3-1 Hillsdale in the 5th with a runner on second. DeMartini picks up her second RBI of the day, grounding a base hit up the middle, scoring Shelton. 4-1 Hillsdale. DeMartini was still second, putting a runner in scoring position for O'Mahony, and Taylor smacks a single to center field. Jana Davis with a strong throw home, but Mia is safe. 5-1 Hillsdale, and San Mateo would score once more, making the final score 5-2.
First place in the Peninsula Bay League on the line as Menlo-Atherton takes on Burlingame. MA starting set 1 on fire. Ben Warner over to Peter Chris, then right back to Ben Warner, who just crushes this one. Now it's Ben Warner with the serve, and Ben Warner with the ace as the Bears take set 1 25-17. On to set 2 now. Nick Sandoval bumps. Cohen Chow sets, and Owen Tokik puts it away as MA takes a 2-point lead. Menlo-Atherton looking for more later in the set, but Lucas Stewart and Julian Leigh team up for the block as Burlingame takes a 17-14 lead. Then a short time later, Owen Carroll to Cole Eng, then right back to Owen Carroll, who smacks it with authority as Burlingame wins set 2 25-21. The Panthers take control in set 3. Fabian Falconet bumps it, Cole Eng sets it, and Owen Carroll puts it away, 16-10 Burlingame. Now it's Lucas Stewart to Cole Eng to Fabian Falconet, and Fabian lays down the haymaker as the Panthers take set 3, 25-22. Burlingame still rolling in set 4. Owen Carroll to Cole Eng to Fabian Falconet, and Fabian obliterates this one into next week. Then it's Julian Leigh going up high to put this one away as Burlingame wins it in 4 sets to go to 6-1 in the Peninsula Bay League and move into a first place tie with Menlo-Atherton.
Service Champions honors student athletes who do great work around campus.
And this week we spotlight Amador Santos from the James Logan baseball team. Amado is a member of the Philippines baseball group as well as the Ethnic Studies Social Justice Academy. His commitment to campus extends beyond the classroom and field as he plays a key role in organizing engaging and impactful events. Amado Santos is this week's Service Champions Student Spotlight.
D-Line Constructors presents the D-Line Defensive Play of the Week every week. This week's D-Line Constructors Defensive Play of the Week goes to Abby Hiller from the Amador Valley softball team. Abby making an amazing catch over the fence to rob the batter of a home run in the Dons game last week. Abby Hiller with the D-Line Constructors Defensive Play of the Week.
Delta Dental honors entire teams who do great work in the classroom with the Smiles for Scholars Award.
This week we feature the Hillsdale girls lacrosse team with a very impressive 3.67 overall GPA.
Be sure to check us out on social media. You can help our show by following our Instagram page where we now have nearly 39,000 followers.
You can join our YouTube membership page where you get access to a ton of great content, including early highlights, full game videos, and our full episodes of our Covered Cow High podcast. Here's a clip from this week's episode.
Time now for our views from the lens, our best moments from last week.
Oh, it has to be your guys' interview with Kaylani Ricketts. Absolutely.
I wish I was there.
That was definitely the highlight of the...
If I wasn't sick last week.
Coming up to the East Bay League we go for Livermore and Dublin.
Then the Cal Grizzlies bring in the lumber against Amador Valley. But first, here is this week's U.S. Bank Bay Area Top 10 softball poll.
Hurry time!
From the beginning, West Credit Union was created to provide a brighter financial future for you. We work hard for our members because they're our greatest strength.
West worked for me when I needed an auto loan for my first car.
When I need to make a mobile payment, West works for me.
West works for me wherever adventure takes us.
West Credit Union. Let us work for you. Today, tomorrow, together.
Ever wonder where the capital A in Chick-fil-A came from? It started with grade A, top quality chicken. But we believed everything, not just the food, should be grade A.
A is for above and beyond.
An extra level of care.
A game.
From caring for our guests and our community to cleanliness and safe service with a My Pleasure. A is for all the little things we do to bring you our best. every day.
A little funky dance.
And that too.
Diamond Training and Development is the Bay Area's largest training facility. Our expert coaches with decades of experience will help you raise your game to the next level. Diamond Training and Development makes sure you stay safe while you train to keep you in the game. Our state-of-the-art equipment will help make your game better than the rest. For baseball, softball, and personal training, Diamond Training and Development will help you get the game you want. Start getting better today.
Applebee's Pick Six with NFL head coach Dan Campbell.
A pick six is when the defense intercepts the ball and runs it back for a touchdown. And when that happens on Sunday, you get 6 free boneless wings at Applebee's on Monday. Now that's eating good in the neighborhood.
We are the Kings Academy, and you're watching 49ers Cal High, presented by US Bank. Yeah!
The Livermore Cowboys having a fine season with a 3-1 league record, 11-4 overall. The Pokes' Dylan Wary hitting .556 for Livermore.
The Pokes taking on Dublin this week. What are the Pokes? We had this conversation.
Aubrey didn't know what a cowpoke was.
I've never heard of a cowboy
It's a
referred
cowpoke.
to. Okay, a cowpoke. The Cowpokes taking on Dublin this week. The Gales 14-2. With those losses coming in league, Dublin's Brendan Modelmog is hitting .545, a terrific East Bay League matchup this week. The Dublin Gales facing Livermore in an East Bay League battle Tuesday afternoon. Livermore up 1-0 in the top of the second with the bases loaded. Hayden Moss hits a drive to the left center gap. It clears the bases. Tanner Bingham, Dylan Wary, and Jaden Vassallo score on the 3-bagger from Moss, and the Cowboys lead by 4. Nico Rodriguez comes up next for the Pokes, and he pokes a base hit to shallow left field. Moss gets knocked in, and Livermore drops a 5 spot in the inning. Dublin gets on the board in the bottom of the third. Brendan Modelmog slaps a base hit up the middle. Elijah McNeil scores from second. The Gales score twice more to make it 5-3 Livermore at the end of the third. Bottom of the fifth, Gales have runners on the corners. McNeil smacks a base hit to shallow left field for his third hit of the game. Ryan Gonzalez scores. It's a 1-run game with a tying run at third. 2 outs. Evan Salvador bounces the ball nearly on home plate. Caleb Reagan makes a great play on it, but Salvador is safe at first. This game is tied at 5, and we head into extras with that same score. Dublin sophomore pitcher Matthew Phelps gets a strikeout to end the top of the ninth, bringing up the bats in the bottom of the inning. Ryan Gonzalez leading off the inning, and that falls past a diving center fielder. A stand-up triple for Gonzalez that puts the winning run just 90 feet away. Colby Brenning is next in line. A fly ball to right field, but doesn't have enough distance. Tanner Bingham makes the catch. The throw home is off, and Gonzalez scores. Dublin walks it off. The Gales score 6 unanswered runs to get it done in the ninth. Dublin with the dub.
The California Grizzlies get set to battle Amador Valley in this East Bay League showdown. Bottom one, Cal has runners on for Reese Steiner, and the real deal lifts this ball out to left, and this ball is heading to the fence. It's an RBI for Reese as Jada Crosby scores. 1-zip Cal. Then it's Emma Gold slapping one of her 3 knocks out the right for an RBI single. Cal tacks on another run to make it 3-0 after 1. Top 3 now, Dons have runners on for Kaylee Davis, and the Cal Poly commit sends a high fly ball out the center, and yeah, that's a triple for Kaylee. Rhea Sharda and McKenna Charbonneau touch home plate. It's now a 3-2 ball game, but Cal would extend its lead in the bottom of the fourth. Runners on for Jada Crosby. Here's a grounder to the first, but the first baseman can't make the play. Mia Donati scores. Here comes Kirsten Leigh, and Leigh is safe at the plate. The Grizzlies tacked on 3 more runs to make it 8-2 after 4 innings. The Fresno State-bound senior had a pair of knocks in this game, which includes this shot out the center for a triple, and yeah, that deserves a little yee-haw. Then Alina Curiel hits a grounder to short, and the speedy Alina beats the throw the first to score Crosby. It's 9-2 Grizzlies, and Cal would score 3 runs in the 6th as Leigh manages to find the grass. Gabriella Cahoon is heading home, and she'll score with ease as California rolls past Amador Valley, winning 12-2.
Each week, Chick-fil-A brings us stories of athletes who inspire us.
Jake Vanderbrook joins us now with the story of a Piedmont Hills baseball player battling a rare ailment.
Robert Aubrey Travis Lenane is a fearless competitor every time he steps onto the baseball diamond. What you might not know is that he's overcoming the challenges of alopecia. With unmatched drive and determination, Travis continues to excel, proving that true strength and perseverance are what define a champion.
5-on-3, 1, 2, 3.
It's a typical afternoon at Piedmont Hills High School. Baseballs popping, gloves flashing, and right in the middle of it all is Travis Lenane, flashing the leather and ripping the cover off the ball like he does every day.
Basically, my dad got me into baseball, and ever since then I was just playing baseball since I was 4.
He doesn't stop working. He doesn't stop playing hard. He only knows one speed out there on the baseball field, so that's what I like about him the most.
But beneath the hat, his story stands out, all starting when he was just 4 years old.
Well, at first I got a haircut. My parents thought it was just like a little bald spot, but found out it was alopecia.
You know, we ended up going to the doctors and, you know, they ran a bunch of tests and stuff like that, and then they confirmed it was, you know, alopecia.
Alopecia is an autoimmune disease which causes hair loss. For Travis, it came and went as a kid until 2023.
He started losing his eyebrows, his eyelashes, his hair, and it was patches all over, but really bad. And so then finally we told him, hey, he wanted to just wear patches of hair. I said, hey, you need to shave your head.
It's kind of tough. I just didn't want people to look at me differently and stuff, so I was kind of scared to like show people, so that's why I always wear beanies and stuff.
But what Travis learned, people don't see him differently.
Parents, they didn't look at me any different. They always supported me. Even my friends too, I would like to thank them. They didn't say anything about like it, always supported me.
I mean, I love him. I've been friends with him since 2nd grade. He's my best friend. He's also like the sweetest kid in the world. And I wouldn't do anything to trade that friendship with him.
Good boy.
Travis hopes to one day have his hair all come back and is currently on medication. Through thick and thin, his positivity is unshakable, where this terrific junior continues to thrive on the diamond, dedicating his baseball success to his grandfather, who passed away from pancreatic cancer.
He meant a lot to me. He actually was the one that taught me to pitch. Yeah, so he taught me how to pitch or throw a slider when I was about 8, which is one of my main pitches now.
Alopecia didn't stop Travis. If anything, it helped shape who he is.
There's always going to be like someone that's telling you something or calling you names. Just stay positive. Just don't let it affect you.
Strong, resilient, and, you know, tough to be going through something like this.
I'm very proud of him. Good kid, and I think he's going to go on and do some stuff in college. He's just a tough kid and just kept doing what he does, hit the ball, throw, and catch. And that kind of took care of a lot of other people saying stuff. He's a pretty good athlete.
Travis Lenane's true impact on the field isn't worn on the outside. It pulses from the heart within.
Travis is having another stellar season for the Pirates this year. Right now, the junior has a .404 batting average and leads the team with 23 hits. At the end of the day, Travis continues to prove that his fearless drive and determination is what makes him a true champion.
A champion.
Fantastic.
Thank you, Jake.
All right, Mirror West Credit Union brings us the Mirror West Merit Award, an award given to Bay Area teachers.
Here is Luke Ornelas from the Terra Nova baseball team talking about his favorite teacher, Brian Goodo.
My favorite teacher at Terra Nova is Mr. G. You know, he keeps us in check around school, reminds us to do our homework, and he's just inspirational as a teacher.
Diamond Training and Development is an amazing baseball, softball, and training facility in Sunnyvale, led by former professional ball player and our good friend Adam Shorsher.
Each week, Diamond Training and Development brings us a diamond in the rough. This is a young athlete who is headed towards great success in their sport. And this week, we recognize Carondelet softball player Nori Umene. The freshman has 12 hits on the season, batting .300 for the Cougs. Nori Umene, this week's Diamond Training and Development diamond in the rough.
Coming up, 2 top Bay Area softball teams in a non-league tussle as Willow Glen hosts Valley Christian.
And Diablo Valley League Baseball as Northgate takes on Las Lomas. This is 49ers Cal High Sports, presented by U.S. Bank.
Applebee's Pick 6 with NFL head coach Dan Campbell.
A pick 6 is when the defense intercepts the ball and runs it back for a touchdown. And when that happens on Sunday, you get 6 free boneless wings at Applebee's on Monday. Now that's eating good in the neighborhood.
Our mouths are one of the first places a doctor looks during a checkup, and for good reason. It can tell them things about our health, serious things. Things that could keep us from reaching the next milestone. For over 65 years, Delta Dental has offered high-quality, affordable dental plans that strive to meet the needs of everyone. Today, we are the largest network of oral health care providers in the nation. Delta Dental, putting your health first, yesterday, today, and tomorrow.
I'm Nancy Lambert, the director of the Schwab Learning Center at CHC. In a world where every second counts, education doesn't have to be a struggle. At the Schwab Learning Center, our learning specialists work one-on-one with high school and college students with ADHD, dyslexia, and other learning differences. We work with you to understand your learning and attention strengths and challenges. We help you develop strategies that optimize the way you learn. Discover the power of personalized learning that empowers students to excel. Your success is our mission.
I know that the model of credit unions is the very best one for human beings, and so how we bring that to life can truly transform people's lives.
Lumen brings to us the capability to be able to serve members in ways that we haven't before. It is really about enhancing that need for that particular individual like we've never been able to do before, and I'm extremely excited about that.
He's got nothing but the open field in front of him. He's at the 30, the 20, 10, 5, touchdown!
Touchdown celebration! Touchdown celebration!
49ers Cal High Sports is brought to you by Valley Christian Schools, supporting your quest for excellence. Help us bring positive attention to Bay Area teams every week. Become a 49ers Cal High Sports sponsor. Scan the QR code for details.
The Willow Glen Rams are proving they're one of the very best softball teams in the Bay Area. The Rams with outstanding junior pitcher Alana Clincy, who's given up just 2 earned runs in 53 innings pitched.
Yep, she is very good. Big test for the Rams, though, this week as they host Valley Christian. The Warriors coming into this game with a 15-3 record, 4-0 in West Catholic League play. 2 great teams meeting at Willow Glen this week. The Willow Glen Rams applying their war paint. Of course, you gotta have the glitter. Top 1 and Ram starter Alana Clincy was setting the tone. Alana with a lot of strikeouts, this one ending the top of the first. Bottom 1 Rams, and here's Clincy ripping it through the left side, scoring the first run of the game. It's Catalina Medina, 1-0 Rams. Meantime, in the circle, Clincy ends the second with another of her 13 strikeouts in 6 innings for the Rams. Bottom 2 runners at second and third for Caitlin Dilbeck, who smashes it up the middle. Scoring from third is Ellie Hornstein. Right behind her is Medina, 4-0 Rams. Bottom 3, a runner on for Leah Crawford, who sends it high and deep and over the green monster and left. That's a home run, and lots of love for Crawford at home plate. Valley with a runner at second in the fourth as Hannah Packys sends a screaming shot down the left field line. Scoring is Sam Guarini. It's an RBI double for Packys. But the Rams break it open in the sixth. 2 on for Clincy, who sends a smash off the wall and left. Medina scores. Here comes Sienna Wilson in a cloud of dust, and it's 6-1 Willow Glen Rams. And the final blow here is Haley Acumen sends it high and deep, and this one is gone. Bella Medina scores ahead of Acumen as Willow Glen stays undefeated on the season at 13-0. Clincy going 6 innings for the Rams for the win.
Las Lomas looking to sweep the home-and-home series against Northgate. Bases loaded, no outs, but Nate Luz gets out unharmed. He strikes out 2 in a row, and we are scoreless after 1. Runners on the corners in the second for Jack Foscolina, who grounds one up the middle, and trouble in the outfield allows Harrison May and Christo Georgiou to score. 2-0 Las Lomas. Then Jack gets caught in the pickle, and when it looks like he's dead to rights, look at this. He jumps around the tag, and he gets back to first safely. Top of the fourth now, Cole Torrey ties the game with a knock to right center. Robert Gerardo and Luz score, and Torrey is fired up on second. Top of the fifth, runners on the corners. A grounder to Jack Pardella, to Isaiah Metzger, to Cooper Wright. There it is, a 5-4-3 double play to end the inning and keep this one tied. Luz cooking in the fifth. He strikes out the side, and the senior goes 6 1/3 with 9 Ks. Luz singles in the sixth, and with 2 outs, Tyler Ebby drives in wide Caron, who was pinch running, and Northgate takes the lead. Some confusion on the base paths. Broncos looking for one more. The throw to the plate. He got him to keep it a 1-run game. Bottom of the seventh, run on third, full count with 2 out. The pitch is grounded to second. Connor Weedle to Gerardo. Ball game. The Broncos win it, and they are fired up. Luz with a standout performance. He strikes out 9 in 6 1/3.
Lexus of Stevens Creek brings us the Volunteer Award, leading to $10,000 in scholarships to be handed out by Lexus of Stevens Creek.
We now have our top 10 contenders for the scholarships, with the 10 now submitting essays. The top 5 will then be chosen to split the $10,000 in scholarship money from Lexus of Stevens Creek.
Valley Christian High School is always on a quest for excellence, so Valley Christian honors student athletes who are on their own quest for excellence. Here is Connor Murphy from the New York Memorial baseball team.
Anything it takes, work on and off the field, get where I need to be in the classroom, supporting my teammates so we have a great season, and hopefully, get recruited somewhere.
Valley Christian High School is proud to announce that 18 students from the class of 2025 are recognized as National Merit Finalists and Exceptional Academic Achievement. These students earned this honor by scoring among the top in the nation on the PSAT, a test taken by over 1.3 million juniors across 21,000 high schools. National Merit Finalists rank among the top 1% of U.S. high school seniors, making this a significant and highly competitive distinction. Congratulations to these students for pursuing their personal quest for academic excellence. Become a warrior at VCS.net.
Coming up, Mission Valley League Baseball with Logan and Washington.
And boys lacrosse featuring Burlingame and Menlo-Atherton. But first, here is this week's learning tip from the Schwab Learning Center.
Our SLC learning specialists are here to help you develop skills and share tips to make learning with ADHD easier, like incorporating movement or hands-on activities to stay engaged, setting clear goals for each study session to stay on track, using checklists to break tasks down into steps and to track progress. Discover the power of personalized learning support at the Schwab Learning Center. 4 teams within 1 game of first place to start this week in the Mission Valley League. 2 of those teams, Logan and Washington, meeting this week. The Colts from Logan with a 5-1 league record.
Washington brings its 4-2 league record into this game, played at Washington High in Fremont on Thursday.
Here come the Washington Huskies taking on league rival James Logan. The Huskies got a great outing from starter Hugo Marks, who gets some help here from his right fielder. A terrific sliding catch for Tristan Wells. No score in the third, and Washington goes small ball to get a rally started. Peyton Romero lays down a perfect bunt, and the sophomore is safe at first. Then with 2 on, Zeke Porter lays down another great bunt. He is safe at first. These Huskies are fast. Bases loaded for the pitcher Marks now, and Marks sends it to the drawn-in shortstop, who can't make the play. Romero scores 1-0, Washington Huskies in the third. The next batter is Ekam Breich, who lines it into right center. Noah Pegg scores. Here comes Porter, and Washington has a 3-0 lead. 1 out, and a nice play here by the Colts second baseman Amador Vire Santos, who nails the runner at the plate. But with 2 down, the Huskies get their 4th run of the inning. Joe Guerra sends a rocket to right center, scoring breaks 4-0, Washington Huskies in the lead. Logan battling back in the 5th, a runner on for Wesley Vega, who knocks a seeing eye base hit up the middle. Scoring is Keani Speakman. It's 4-1. The Colts looking for more, but a slick play at second by Tyler Stevens, who ranges far to his right, fires across his body to get the runner at first. Nice play. The Huskies add on in the 6th. Marks another big hit. This one drops in right, scoring Porter, and the Huskies go to the 7th with a 6-2 lead. Bases loaded for Logan, but Marks completes the game with an 84-mile-an-hour fastball as Washington gets the 6-2 win. A big game for Hugo Marks.
Back to Menlo-Atherton now as the Bears take on Burlingame. MA on the board first in the first as Colin Krieger fires a rocket past the goalie, and it's 1-0 Bears. Burlingame answers right back as Henry Bradley spins past his defender, jukes another defender, and finds the back of the net, but the Bears take off from there. Sebastian Gormson over to Colin Krieger, who finds a wide open Jonas Rudman, and Jonas shoots and scores for the goal. 5-1 Menlo-Atherton Bears after 1. Second quarter now, and Colin Krieger finds the back of the net from an impossible angle. What a shot from Colin as the Bears take a 7-1 lead. Then a few moments later, Kerry Wolf converts from long distance as Menlo-Atherton takes a 9-1 lead at halftime. More Bears in the second half. Peter Corrin over to a wide open Jack Krieger, and the senior shoots and scores for the goal. Now it's Jonas Rudman this time from a long way out, and Jonas fires it past the goalie again as the Bears win big to stay all alone in first place in the Peninsula Bay League. 14-4 was the final.
Bernardi Zerrata is your faithful injury attorneys, bringing us the hometown hero every week.
This week's hometown hero is John Cephalou with the Willow Glen baseball team. John has helped out as a coach, scorekeeper, and PA announcer for the better part of 20 years with baseball and some basketball. John also helped out at De Anza College for a time, and he works with our good friend Al Valors at Tony and Alba's restaurant in San Jose. John Cephalou, this week's Bernardi Zerrata hometown hero.
Albany's Construction brings us the Dirty Work play every week. This is a play that shows the same type of grit and determination, brought to you by all of the good folks at Albany's Construction.
This week's Dirty Work play goes to Andrew Traffis and Drew Diffenderfer from Santa Clara. Andrew dives to keep it in the infield, throws to Diffenderfer at first, who scoops it up and gets the runner. Andrew and Drew doing the dirty work, just like our good friends at Albany's Construction. Coming up, Clayton Valley and Alhambra battle in the Crumble Cookies game of the week.
And we'll meet the baseball team from Terra Nova and see their highlights from their game against Menlo right here on 49ers Cal High Sports, presented by U.S. Bank.
At U.S. Bank, when we say we're in it with you, we mean it. Not just for the good stuff, the grand openings and the celebrations, but for all the hard work it took to get there. We are in for all of it. It's tough for sure, but less tough when you have the right people by your side, like Kayla from Kansas City and thousands of other bankers around the country. Because together we're proving there's nothing as powerful as the power of us.
Get ready for the most exhilarating season yet. Sharks Ice Hockey is hosting 34 teams spanning from Fresno to Reno. Over 700 hockey players all competing for state and national titles. Be part of the thrilling action. Experience the speed, the skill, and the passion from these young hockey players. Games are played at Sharks Ice locations from all over the Bay Area. Looking to join, support, or to find games? Go to sharkshighschoolhockey.com.
Be a part of the biggest season of Earthquake soccer. The league's biggest rivalries. Soccer's biggest stars. All on the Bay's biggest stages. Race for impact.
Now you're game day ready.
Prepare your young Giants for the big leagues. Sunday, April 27th is Youth Baseball and Softball Day, where kids receive a Patrick Bailey headband. Giants baseball, nothing like it.
The start of league play in the Diablo Foothill League this week. Clayton Valley and Alhambra playing 2 games this week. The Ugly Eagles winning game 1 on Tuesday, 6-1.
Alhambra looking to get even in the second game played on Thursday. It's our Crumble Cookies game of the week. Our Adrian Soriano was there.
Welcome to Alhambra High School for Game 2 of the Home and Home series between the Alhambra Bulldogs and the Clayton Valley Ugly Eagles. The Ugly Eagles will look to sweep the Bulldogs behind junior Vincent De La Santina. Vincent is hitting .489 with a home run and 10 RBIs. On the mound for Alhambra is Cameron Millar. Cameron is 5-0 in the season with a 0 ERA and 70 strikeouts. It's Clayton Valley and Alhambra in our Crumble Cookies Game of the Week. Well, Cameron Miller was on his A game early. Cameron getting the batter to chase for strike 3. No score after 1. Justin Martinez gets it started in the second with a shot to right field. That will go all the way to the fence for a leadoff double. But the Ugly Eagles get out of it as Mateo Perez gets the backward skate to retire the side. Still no score after 2. Alhambra breaks through in the third as Joaquin Henriquez grounds one to short. The throw to first is off. Here comes Morgan Tran, and it's 1-0 Bulldogs after 3. Clayton Valley trying to answer back in the fourth, but great defense from Alhambra here as Tyson Long makes a sliding catch in center field. The Bulldogs looking to add on in the bottom half, but Lucas Dane fires a dart to Josiah Morris to nab the runner at second. Still 1-0 Bulldogs after 4 innings. But Justin Martinez says, anything you can do, I can do better. Justin with a missile to Keegan Murdoch to get the runner at second. Then it's Millard doing the rest as the future Arizona Wildcat gets the strikeout. Still 1-0 Alhambra Bulldogs after 6. Cameron Millar still dealing in the 7th as the Arizona-bound senior gets his 10th strikeout of the game here. 2 down in the 7th now, and Millar induces the fly ball to left field. Morgan Tran makes the catch to end it as Alhambra wins it 1-0 to go to 1-1 in the Diablo Foothill League. Cameron Millar with the complete game shutout, and he talks about the team chemistry after the game.
You know, we all, love each other like family, so I feel like just play together and we're just one team and always play together,
In Martinez with the Crumble Cookies Game of the Week, I'm Adrian Soriano, 49ers Cal High Sports.
The Terra Nova baseball team is having a great start to their baseball season, coming into the week with a 4-0 league record.
Aubrey met up with the Tigers at the Rikers Center before their game against Menlo this week.
The Rikers Center in Menlo Park is where goals are achieved. Got goals? And here with me, the Terra Nova Tigers. Up first, we are talking with Junior. This is Joey Donati. Joey, you're having a great day at the plate, and let's talk about this 11-game winning streak you guys have going on. Talk about what it's been like, this win streak.
Yeah, I think our grit and our will, and we never give up no matter what, and our coaches have been setting us up to succeed.
Team chemistry, let's talk about the pitching staff then. Here is Aiden James. Aiden, this team has a 2.75 team ERA. How are you guys able to get it done on the mound each game?
I think it really comes down to me, Jesse, and Cooper have really strong arms, and we really trust our defense so we can really get it over the plate no problem. And plus, we have a lot of backup pitchers, so if anyone gets in trouble, no matter the time, we always got someone.
All right, Brody Finale. He's not a closer. I asked him. Finale is a perfect last name for a pitcher. Talk about this team's traditions. What makes you guys close?
I mean, before every game, every practice, we do the same thing. We get our stretches in, play catch with intent. And then off the field, I feel like we got a good bond. Joey hosts some great barbecues at his house. Dad makes some great pulled pork. I mean, we're just really close,
Absolutely. And these Tigers have a huge series going into this week. They are 1 game above Menlo. You guys play Menlo tomorrow. We're going to have highlights of that on the show. But first, what are you guys looking for going into this first place series?
I mean, last year we played them. Didn't quite go how we wanted to. But this year we're sitting in first right now. I know they're right behind us. So we just got to keep doing what we're doing, keep working hard, come out, try and win this series.
All right, let's see if these Terra Nova Tigers can do it. We're going to have highlights of those coming up right next. But guys, can you first take us out with a break?
Terra Nova on the road for Peninsula Ocean League play against Menlo School. Top second, a sharp line drive to right. Renner Barnett trails back, extends, and makes the catch to retire the side. Scoreless in the bottom of the third. Matthew Mahalia grounds up the middle for a base hit. Mahalia advances on an error. Then it's Chuck Wynn with a line drive to left. It's fair. Matthew comes in to score. Fletcher Cahill to third. Wynn rolls into second. 1-0 Menlo. Liam Windner up next with a grounder through the left side. Cahill scores. Win to third. 2-0 Menlo. Terra Nova responds with 2 out in the top half. JT Sneed singles on a fly ball to center. Luke Ornelas comes in to score, make it a 1-run game. 1 out with a runner on third in the bottom of the fourth. Jack Freehill with a high drive to center. Jared Saul tags from third. The throw home is not in time, but Evan Wilson throws to first and gets the double play to end the inning. Quick thinking by Wilson. The run scores. It's 3-1. Top of the fifth, Isaac Roman up with a runner in scoring position. Singles to right field. The throw home and the play at the plate. He got him. The throw to second. Roman is safe. But Menlo would hold on to win it 3-2. Ben Salama goes the distance to pick up the win.
Coming up, first place, Silver Creek battling second place, Mount Pleasant in West Valley League play.
But first, here is the U.S. Bank Bay Area Top 10 Baseball Poll. To the West Valley League, where the Silver Creek Raiders are on a roll with a 10-1 league record coming into this game.
Mount Pleasant handed the Raiders that first league loss in the first game of this 2-game series on Tuesday. Highlights now from Game 2, played on Thursday.
Let's go to the West Valley League as Silver Creek hosts Mount Pleasant. Top two, the Cardinals get the bats going with Michael Blanco hitting a fly ball out to right, and this ball drops for a stand-up double. He would later score on an error to make it 1-0. But the Raiders had a big inning in the bottom half. Bases loaded for Saxton Sinatra. Here's a chopper to short. The throw home, not in time. Nate Spellman scores, all tied at 1. The Raiders would capitalize on a wild pitch, and Jojo Montenegro takes home and scores. Then Noah Medina bloops one out the second. This ball is going to find the grass. That's going to be a knock as Caleb Duran trots home. It's 6-1 Raiders after 1. Big game for Pete Almandia. And here, Pistol Pete smokes this ball out the right center for a rumbling double. Pete would later score on a fielder's choice. Raiders tack on another run to make it 8-1. The Cardinals chirp back in the fourth with Nate Ortiz smacking this baby out the center, and this ball is heading to the fence. Josue Padilla scores, 8-2 Raiders. Then it's Joshua Santos shooting one up the middle for an RBI single. Cardinals tack on another run to make it 8-4. But Silver Creek would cruise its way to the finish. Have yourself a game, Pistol Pete. 3 for 3 in the batter's box, which includes this RBI single as Nate Spellman scores with ease as the Silver Creek Raiders go on to beat the Mount Pleasant Cardinals 10-4.
The Harker School brings us the Scholar Athlete Award each week. This week's Harker Scholar Athlete is Marcelo Molina Aced from the Moreau Catholic volleyball team with an outstanding 3.88 GPA.
Brought to you by the Harker School. Last weekend, Harker held its 19th annual Research Symposium, inviting the Harker community to see student presentations, browse corporate exhibits, and hear insightful keynote talks on trends in artificial intelligence. At Harker, transitional kindergarten through 12th grade students discover their passions. Learn more at harker.org.
DGDG.com brings us the Be Happy Play each week. This is a play in a game that made everybody happy.
This week's Be Happy Play goes to the Dublin Gales. Colby Brining in the bottom of the ninth hits a sac fly to right field, scoring Ryan Gonzalez. Cue the water celebration. Want to be a happy car buyer? Go to DGDG.com.
Coming up, it's the Service by Medallion Play of the Week. We'll see which play gets it next.
But first, here is this week's financial tip for teens and their parents, sponsored by Lumen Digital. Talk about college costs, scholarships, and the importance of saving for education. See if your digital banking app has personalized dashboards so you and your teen can track savings towards a college fund.
Service by Medallion brings us the Play of the Week every week. It's a play we thought was the very best from all of the plays this week.
Here it is, brought to you by our favorite cowpoke, Adrian Soriano, the Service by Medallion Play of the Week.
Let's start off with San Mateo's Destiny's out with this sliding catch in left field, but the play of the week goes to Giassi Rapier from Oakland Tech with this play. One more time, Giassi Rapier, you just won the play of the week.
That's the Play of the Week, and that's 49ers Cal High Sports for this week. Thanks for joining us. I'm Robert Braunstein.
And I'm Aubrey Tolliver. Join us next week where we meet the Saratoga High School baseball player and the lessons learned from the passing of his mom. We'll see you then.
Thanks for watching. Please join our YouTube memberships to get early access to highlights and our podcast, Covered Cal High.
You'll also be able to see full game videos and vote for the Players of the Week. So click join and make sure to tune in every Sunday night at 6 p.m. on NBC Sports California. We'll see you at the games.